MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 5 of the National League Division Series between the LA Dodgers and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Danny, this is still anyone's series here as we get ready for Game 5.
And guys, I'm going to be sorry to see this series come to an end. You've got to love a series that comes down to the final game, and seeing the push and pull struggle between these two teams over the last 4 games has been a lot of fun. We're in for a great one here in Game 5.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your 2018 Chicago Cubs.
And briefly here, a glance at the 2 starters who'll get the ball here in this one. The chance now for the Los Angeles Dodgers starting lineup. Dero, tell us about this lineup as they try to keep their playoff hopes alive.
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in the car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this lineup to try and execute and score, manufacture 1 or 2 runs early in this one. So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. Let's take a look at catcher Wilson Contreras. This guy's got one of the best arms in the game. Think Gary Sanchez, but in the National League. Nobody wants to attempt stealing bags on this guy, and brings a powerful bat to the lineup.
Now to the plate, Corey Seager. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Shortstop, Corey Seager.
First delivery to him on the way. And there's a swing and a miss on the game's first pitch, and that's how Game 5 is begun. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A cool 47 degrees tonight at first pitch. This is lifted out to left. Zobrist waits on it, 1 away.
Batting second, first baseman number 10, Justin Turner.
Standing in, Justin Turner. His past history against John Lester, he's got 1 hit in 19 tries. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. Now the first pitch here from Lester. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Ed Drummond.
Yeah, Matty, we got a good one behind the dish today in Ed Drummond. Well liked by all people, pitchers, batters, managers. All you want as a player is the ability to talk to someone. And that's what Ed does. He gives you that chance.
Dero, you hit the nail right on the head. He has a real long fuse. He's not afraid to let a hitter or a pitcher, I'm not saying complain about a particular pitch, but he's not the guy that's going to get mad and throw somebody and give him the boot just because a guy doesn't like a pitch or a pitcher thinks that a pitch is a strike and they call it a ball.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Line to the right side. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
You can't teach that, Matty. The ability for a right-handed hitter to shoot a ball through the 3-4 hole, unmatched.
Donaldson.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. Man at first for him following the one-out single. Here comes the first pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops. The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
Turner leads off first with one away. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
We're seeing a good AB here from the 3-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
First offering on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Pretty good pitch to hit there that he let go. I know it's early and they're probably wanting to run his pitch count up, but he may not get another pitch like that to swing at the rest of the game.
One and one to the Dodgers first baseman. One on its way from Lester, and he fouls this one off.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out the jam, and keep this game tied.
Josh Harrison stands in. His past history against John Lester, he's got 8 hits in 29 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Try to check it, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. Now the 1-1 pitch. This one's down to third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Dero, what's your take on this lineup as they look to lock up the division series?
Matty, this lineup's got to be willing to adjust. They cannot stay staunch and try and pull everything, or there will be a ton of ground ball and weak fly ball contact. They have to be willing to use line to line to get this done today.
Clayton Kershaw gets the call in Game 5 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Well, Clayton Kershaw, he just breathes different air than everybody else. The best pitcher in the game of baseball. Good fastball, good changeup, good cutter, and a terrific curveball. When you think about the Cy Young Award, he's always in the mix. He's good, he's strong, he's left-handed, and he's quite simply one of the greatest pitchers of all time.
Leading off for the Cubs, first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And a curveball that time that broke too low. The 1-0 home is laid off, but in there for strike one.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Now, surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he will whip this one over to first in time for the out.
Batting second, third baseman, Chris Bryant.
The next Cub up, Chris Bryant. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And this is on the outside corner for strike one. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is looked at for ball number 2. Bryant looking at a 3-1 count.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
The 3-1 is belted, and take a look at this. Deep to right center field, and it's gone. Chris Bryant leaves the yard with a solo shot. His second home run of the series, and the Cubs are on the board first, 1-0.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Here's George Springer.
Right fielder, George.
As he'll lay off a curveball in the dirt for ball 1. Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
First pitch of the at-bat. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
I guess he's really trying to measure that fastball in his first at-bat, but you really never want to put yourself in an 0-2 count if you could do anything about it.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
So in now for Chicago, Addison Russell. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. First pitch on its way. Missed with a breaking ball.
That's how quick an inning can potentially get away from you out there. You get the first 2 outs pretty quick. Next guy gets on, and now you're staring the number 4 hole hitter in the face with a runner in scoring position.
The 1-0 home. Swing and a little tapper. Foul ball, however, strike one. Springer at second. Baez is over at first with one away. Curveball that time, not even close.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
A high fastball is in there. The 2-2. Grounded back up the middle. He's got it. He'll go to the bag for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Lester has his target. Here's the first pitch. Late that time for a strike.
Hey, if he's going to get swings and misses at balls up and out of the zone, he's going to continue to go there.
And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
Now Lester deals the 1-2. Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Puig is retired, and there's one away. Next for the Dodgers, Chris Taylor, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Here's a strike.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
The windup and the 0-1. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside. A fastball right over the outside corner. One out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. So with 2 gone now, here's a look at our playoff brackets. And the winner here will earn a date with the Washington Nationals to decide this year's National League crown. So striding in, Austin Barnes. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. First pitch coming, here it is. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Now a ball hit hard toward first. That gets down and the inning continues.
I can't tell you guys how fired up Bobby Cox used to get when the 8-hole hitter would get a knock. And I would know that, boys, because I batted an awful lot in that 8-hole in my early days.
Standing in now, Clayton Kershaw. And it's grounded just foul down the line. Lifted down the line in left. Zobrist moving in, but he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. It's a ground rule double.
Just a great approach at the plate right there. Takes that pitch on the outer half and goes with it. He clearly hit it well because it bounced right over the wall for a ground rule double.
Here's Corey Seager. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Now Lester's 0-1. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Shooting for that low inside corner, but he missed with it. 1-2.
Man, 35 pitches with only 2 outs in the second inning. Ideally, you'd like to have 30 or less after 2 innings, so he's got some catching up to do.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Corey Seager. And he's down on strikes, so they get 2 men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Dodgers strand a couple. It remains 1-0. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Set to lead off the home half of the second.
Wilson Contreras.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Batting 7, center fielder, Albert Almora.
Now at the plate, Albert Almora. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Very weakly on the ground, but it gets fouled. Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. A ball and 2 strikes.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
The 2-2 is looked at and the count moves full.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
The 3-2 pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Two ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk. But if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Stepping up now, Ben Zobrist. Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. And a good decision to throw as he is toast at second base. First offering on its way. And it's fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Into the box now, John Lester. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Zobrist leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. One and one. The 1-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy, if you're waving at me. A real ugly swing, and it gives you a lot of confidence when you make a guy look that bad. So hopefully he has another pitch left in his repertoire to bury this guy and get him out of there.
Perfect throw, and they got him at second. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Digging in to try it again, Justin Turner. He reached on a single in his first try.
Justin Turner.
First pitch on its way. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed. One and one the count now. Lester's ready. 1-1 pitch on its way. Way in front of that fastball.
looped under that one with that swing, which tells me he was probably anticipating it being a sinker.
That's off the end of the bat foul, and he might have been fortunate to stay alive that time. Here's another 1-2. And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Well, there's only a 1-run cushion to play with, so he's got to be upset after he walked the leadoff man here. Go-ahead run comes to the plate, and there are no outs. This could be a very interesting inning.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Josh Donaldson. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Zobrist moves over. Makes the play, 1 away. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cody Bellinger looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. Runners on first with 1 down. A changeup right on the outside corner for a strike.
Hey, this is the game within the game right here. The hitter has to decide if he's going to change his game plan. Is he going to stay staunch and wait for him to miss over the heart of the plate or inside? Or is he going to adjust his sights and try and drive the ball the other way?
1-1, here it comes. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
Working for the punch out and the offering. And this is swung on and missed, his 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
In now, Josh Harrison, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Swing, high drive, left field and deep, and foul, though it had the home run distance. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And Rizzo won't get to this one. It's a fair ball. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
In now is Yasiel Puig as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. Lester ready, the 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. On the move is Springer, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. Turner on second. Harrison at first. 2 out in the inning. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Right down Main Street. Caught him looking. Dodgers strand a couple. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. So here now's the pitcher, John Lester. He'll be the one to start things here against Clayton Kershaw.
John Lester.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Now pitch on the way. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Second at bat now. He grounded out to start the home first. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, obviously he had a pretty good gauge on that first heater right there. He was super aggressive, thought he was getting another one, slowed him down with the curveball. That's the cat and mouse.
A ball and 2 strikes to Anthony Rizzo.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Still a ball and 2 strikes.
He wasn't fooling anybody with that fastball. He barreled it up nice right there. He's just got to find a way to keep it fair.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Looked like he was trying to work in a front door curveball there, but it seemed like it popped out of his hand a little early, causing it to miss inside.
Set to deal on 2-2. High and deep down the left field line, and that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time is laid off, and the count runs full.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
As we take a look at the replay here, you can see that it was a hanging changeup. Nice job of staying back on it, and he's able to tattoo it for a double. And you know, if that pitch would have supplied more velocity, it might have been out of here. He hit it right on the screws.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Chris Bryant. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
The last at bat, Matty V, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is hit sharply to the left side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And the run's going to come in to score from second as they grab a 2-0 lead now.
Hey, Dero, they're off to a nice 2-0 lead right here. Now I think it's time to keep the pressure on and try to add on.
Yeah, this guy's a quality pitcher, and you know at any moment he gets into a rhythm, he can rattle off some donuts up there. So this is a nice job by the offense, but not done yet.
Stepping in now, George Springer, as Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike one. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Comes set and the 0-1. Good breaking ball that time in for a strike. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Well, giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that last pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with his release point right now. He doesn't know where it's going, and he knows it.
This one is launched. Look at this. Into the bleachers and gone. George Springer puts 2 on the board with that home run. His first homer so far in the series, and with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0. I'm sure you know it's coming after that bomb. That's right. Let's check it out on Show Track. And as the numbers come in, we see it was projected at over 450 feet. An incredible home run to watch. Here's Javier Baez.
Javier Baez.
As he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. And maybe a little extra motivation for him here after being hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that finds its way through for a base hit. Oh, but they throw it away at second.
There's a hard-hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here's Addison Russell as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. That missed. Close. It's ball 2.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
Three and 0 now.
3 balls, no strike.
3 runs already home here. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
Yep, it's 3-1.
3-1. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. Skied into straightaway right. Turner ranging into the outfield. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning, Matt. A hit here could really fire up that dugout.
From the stretch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, I don't mind you taking one right there. This pitcher's been struggling early. You got to make him work, see if he'll get in his zone. If he's willing to walk a few guys and then someone pops one over the fence, this game could get out of hand early.
Fouled off. Almora is a very well-regarded defensive outfielder. Used to be that fielders were evaluated mostly by the eyeball test and simple stats like fielding percentage, but of course these days there are many more advanced ways that help determine a guy's work in the field, and in his case, he shines in many ways.
You know, Matty, for me, I think he does pass the eyeball test. I know you have to look at all the numbers and the analytics to really appreciate a ball player like this, but man, does he come to work every day and play hard.
Now the 1-2 pitch from Kershaw. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch right now.
Baez over at second. Russell on at first with 2 down. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. 3 complete from Wrigley Field. It's now 4-0 Chicago. Ready for another chance? Chris Taylor. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
2 balls and no strikes. The count to the Dodgers center fielder.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at-bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
And there's a swing and a miss. 2-1 now. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. There to take it is Zobrist, and that's out number 1. That'll bring in Austin Barnes. A base hit in his first trip. Now the first pitch here from Lester. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one.
Ball two.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball two. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far. 2 balls and a strike to count to Austin Barnes. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. And he'll lay off the cut fastball here as this misses off the plate for ball 4.
And that hole at bat, I feel like he really didn't want to challenge him. And I'm really surprised by that, because I think this is a guy in the bottom third of the order you have to go right after.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Clayton Kershaw. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey.
Here's Corey Seager, runner in scoring position with Sir John. First pitch on its way, and he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Dodgers thus far. Line to the right side, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for LA. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. At the plate, Ben Zobrist. He singled his last time up.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down, because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Ball 1.
Down and away, ball 1.
1-1.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Hit out towards second. Harrison has it. And that's the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher, John Lester.
And now the Cubs pitcher, John Lester. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
First baseman number 44,
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Here comes the first pitch. And that one just missed outside. lifted the other way down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled away.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
2 out, nobody on. Here's another 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Cubs are down in order. They lead it 4-0.
Leading off for the Dodgers, first baseman number 10, Justin Turner.
First offering on its way. Another slow breaking ball that misses down low. Lester gets the sign. Here it is on 1-0. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2. Hit back up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And a great job to stick with it here as he gets the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Dodgers, third baseman, Josh.
Striding in once again, Josh Donaldson. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder Cody Bellinger. He's gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see if you can.
Hit high and deep out to left center field. Almora facing back to the track. He leaves his feet, but it's off the wall.
Now batting, second baseman, Josh Harrison.
Digging in and looking for more, Josh Harrison. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat. Check swing grounder to the right side. This is foul for the first strike. Line to the right side, and that's in there. Base hit. Ball comes in quickly, though, so no error on the bobble, and the bases are loaded now.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
In now is Yasiel Puig. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
That's ball
2-0.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat, much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Right over the middle, knee high. Donaldson, the runner at third. Bellinger at second. Harrison at first, one gone. Just got a piece up the line. Fielded cleanly. They get the force at the plate, but one's all they were ever going to get, and the inning will continue. Digging in once again, Chris Taylor. Yeah, guys, this is clearly one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame so far.
Yeah, Matt, bases loaded. They're looking to finally get that clutch hit that's kind of been elusive all day. They've had some hits, but they just haven't hit when it mattered.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Nope. That's a
Fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0.
It's moments like this as a pitcher when you feel the whole world is against you. You're already in hot water with the bases loaded, so it doesn't make life any easier when you're not getting calls that you think you should.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Liner in there for a base hit. And they'll get back a run here as they're on the board. It's 4-1.
Now batting, catcher, Austin Barnes.
Ready once again, Austin Barnes. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Now a shot sent off to the right side, but foul. 0-2 now from Lester. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Zobrist has it in his tracks. And they'll avoid the big inning as he makes the catch, so just the 1 run scores here in the frame. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 left. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Cubs lead this one 4-1. Here's Chris Bryant now as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th.
Chris Bryant.
Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
The 1-0 is looked at off the plate for a ball. 3-0 now.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
Three balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Well, that was this lineup's third homer of the game.
Zero. Some days the fellas walk in with their hitting shoes on, and this looks like one of those days.
Yeah, there's a saying going around the dugout right now. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everybody wants a chance to get to that batting box.
Here's George Springer as he'll take strike one on the inside corner.
Don't think for 1 second, after giving up already one homer, that he doesn't know where this lineup's headed. He's going to have to face the real sluggers right now, and he's going to have to execute.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. And now a pitch on the way. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. The 1-2. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
Well, I'll tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Here's Javier Baez. As Kershaw will get the upper hand here with strike one. He steps in off a base hit in his last at bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that for a strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
The 1-1 home is laid off for ball two. Now the 2-1 pitch. A curveball hit right back at him. And they'll just flip this on to first for the second out of the inning.
Up next for the Cubs, the shortstop, Anderson.
Ready for another shot now, Addison Russell. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one. Bases are empty here with two men out. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball two. Ball three. Wilson Contreras would be next. The 3-1. And he loses him on a breaking ball.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
In now, Wilson Contreras. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. Missed with a breaking ball. Russell is off at first with 2 away. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Outside, 2-1.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Albert Almora would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Now the 3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's the Cubs 5 and the Dodgers 1.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Chicago Cubs, number 21, Tyler.
Matt Kemp will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Matt Kemp.
A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Here's Corey Seager. As with 1 away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. Batter-pitcher matchup numbers with Tyler Chatwood. He has 7 hits in 20 at-bats. He's taken him deep once. And he fouls this one off. We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Justin Turner will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. And that's in there for strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first. The relay, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Stepping up to the plate, Josh Donaldson. And now following the 2-out double, he's got a chance to drive in a run here. First pitch of the at-bat. A changeup that catches the corner for strike one.
Well, if you could throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
Both teams with 8 hits in this one. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Good pitch, but it misses here, and that moves the count back to even on the Dodger third baseman. 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. Struck him out. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Brock Stewart enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 48, Brock Stewart.
Digging in once again, Albert Almora comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Albert Almora.
First offering on its way. Missed with a slider. Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing. A 2-ball, no strike count to the Cubs center fielder.
2 tough sliders right there, but he was able to lay off them. Might have bought himself a fastball in this situation.
Hitter's count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
Here it is, the 3-0. Finds the zone, strike one. The 3-1 pitch. Finds the zone to fill the count. 3-2. 3-2 pitch. And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
It's a grinder, AB. 3-2 changeup, and he's able to stay back and drive it for a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
Ready for another chance? Ben Zobrist. He was a ground out victim last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The high fastball is in there. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit out towards second. And a great athletic play to get him. Man, wow.
Not sure the spin throw was necessary there, but it sure looked good. Would have been questionable if he threw it away, but he put it right on the money for the out.
Jason Hayward will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 22, Jason Hayward.
Right there for strike one. Almora, the runner at second with one away. Couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike three.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. That fastball on the inner half of the plate. You can see that he just isn't able to get those arms extended, and pretty ugly swing right there.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. That misses. 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing the bat at that pitch.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. On to the back third tonight. Stick around on MLB Network. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. It's on to the 7th now in game number 5. But before the inning gets underway, let's fill you in on what's happened with our game summary.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Chicago Cubs, number 46, Pedro Strop.
So that'll bring in the National League rookie home run record holder, Cody Bellinger. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. And it looks like the Cubs will get a left-hander up and working out of the bullpen. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a hot shot toward third. And a knock for him this time. He's 2 for 4 for the game.
Take a look at this again in slow motion. He tracks this thing all the way, gets his hands quickly to the zone, and just rips it down the left field line, just how they draw it up.
Josh Harrison stands in as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. So far 2 for 3 in this one. The 0-1 on its way. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
For the most part, he's looked really locked in at the plate in this game. Not so much on that swing, though.
Ready with the 0-2. Popped high in the air. Rizzo is there. He's got it one away.
The right fielder, number 66.
In now is Yasiel Puig. His career line against Pedro Strop. He's 1 for 2. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Ready with the 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off and take the ball.
The 1-1 home. Takes this the other way to right. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
Dan, if they're going to crack through, this has got to be the opportunity they've been looking for right here. They've had a ton of hits, a ton of people on base, but no one has been able to come up with that big knock.
Well, you know what, Dero, this pitcher's kind of worked around trouble the entire time so far. Another inning brewing right here. Let's see if they can't get a big hit here right here and bust through in this one.
Standing in now, Chris Taylor. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Seventh inning here in a 5-1 ball game. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
Chased a sinker outside the strike zone. 1-2.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Still 1-2. The 1-2. Just off the end of the bat. It's a foul ball and he'll stick around. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Pretty sure there wasn't any ill will behind that pitch considering he has 2 strikes on him. Just got away from him from what I could tell.
Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now. Austin Barnes, who represents the potential tying run here, waits on deck. Bellinger on second. Puig is over at first with one away. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Zobrist racing back. He leaps, but he can't make the play, and it bangs off the wall. And the runner is in from second. And not in time as the second run scores. And he will come all the way around. It's an inside the park 3-run home run.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
Brian Gunzing comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 32, Ryan Gunzing.
That'll bring in Austin Barnes. He swings and grounds it to short. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
The batter, pitcher,
Yasmani Grandal will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 9, Yasmani Grandal.
Fastball in there for a called strike. Two out, nobody on. Ball 1. Back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So that'll extend the inning, and with 2 away, bring up Corey Seager.
Even though that pitcher was able to execute in off the plate, batter was able to keep his hands inside that baseball and drive it up the middle.
Here's Corey Seager as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. And boy, he didn't quite know what to do on that one, but he's lucky to barely get back at first. And that one just missed outside. Popped up. And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, this is just a case of another really good hitter finding a way, even though that was a soft liner, finding a way to get hits.
Yeah, he usually hits rockets and catches the barrel, but even his soft liners fall. Dan, he has a knack for keeping his bat in his zone and giving himself a chance much longer than the average ball.
Steve Cishek takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Into the box now, Justin Turner. Facility off a slider too low, ball 1. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And that's inside and a bit low anyways. It's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Outside, 3-0 now. Turner in front at 3 balls and a strike.
You got to throw that one out the window if you're an offensive player right there. You know this guy is predominantly a sinker ball pitcher. High fastball, he's got to show me that a few more times for me to honor it.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And he misses ball 4. So now that potential tying run scoots up 90 feet to third base.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. The numbers head-to-head with Steve Cishek. He's 1 for 4. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
It looked like, from our perspective, he gave up on that one a little too quick and then tried to emergency hack late.
Comes set with the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. Trying to keep the 1-run lead. Here it is. Hard hit ball to second. Baez fields it cleanly. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave 3 men on base. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Cubs 5 and the Dodgers 4. Yimi Garcia gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Yimi Garcia.
Chris Bryant will stand in again as he looks for home run number 3 in the ball game as we flash you back here to his 2nd home run. This is back in the 5th inning as he has the long ball working in his first few at-bats. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball 1.
And a fastball just a bit high. Liner toward right center. Puig moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
George Springer will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at his 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. First offering on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now 2-0. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. Out of the stretch, here's his 3-1 home. Left side, played on the backhand. And he'll beat the throw to first despite a fantastic effort. And that ought to be scored an infield single.
Hey, that's a heck of an effort by the shortstop right there to leave his feet and try and make that throw to first base. Got to be frustrated a little bit as a pitcher. You executed your spot.
Well, I tell you what, as soon as you throw one like that, D-Roll, you see your shortstop get a glove on it. You're thinking, okay, maybe he has a shot to get him, but that's a long throw after that jump throw. And it's solid infield base hit, but very frustrating as a pitcher.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
Behind 0-2 now.
Back-to-back breaking balls. He just missed that one right there, fouling it away. Do not expect a third.
Here it comes, 0-2. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Addison.
Here's Addison Russell. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set. Here it comes. Changeup in for a strike. And a neck-high fastball that time. Springer, the runner at first with 2 gone. Hit to third, right to Donaldson. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Cubs strand 1. They hold on to a 5-4 lead.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Cubs, number 6, Aro Edwards Jr.
Digging in and looking for more, Cody Bellinger. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. He turns on it and sends it deep down the line in right. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
I love these grinder at bats right here. Kind of a la Wade Boggs in the early 80s, where he would just foul off strikes that he didn't want to hit and wait for that pitch he was certainly sitting on and drive it off the monster.
Full count to Bellinger, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Josh Harrison is on deck. The next 3-2. He's up at the letters, but he gets the call. Strike 3.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
In now, Josh Harrison. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Edwards is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Here now the 2-2. Doesn't hit the target. It's ball 3. On deck, the man they've all come to see, Yasiel Puig, waiting next. Ripped down the line. Bryant is up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
And that was a no doubles defense in action right there, and it paid off big time. That ball was scorched, but the third baseman was guarding the line more than usual to prevent an extra base hit, and it ended up being pretty much right at him. That's good stuff.
Into the box, Yasiel Puig. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. The 1-0 is outside for a ball.
That was a non-competitive pitch right there, and he finds himself behind 2-0 in this situation. He's going to have to locate something down the zone to get himself back in this count.
Now the 2-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Popped him up. Contreras over to his right. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Dodgers. Still down a run. It's 5-4.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Dodgers, number 36, Adam Lieberman.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. He went down on strikes last time up.
Wilson Contreras.
Here's the first pitch to him. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Now the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Puig's got a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. This one's flared off to the right side. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam sandwich, but able to mix in a 9.
Celebrate.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready with the 1-0. And the changeup is way low that time.
Well, you can see what he's trying to do right there. Double play situation. 2 balls down in the zone, trying to get that ground ball. Didn't get him to bite at either one. Now he's behind in the count, 2-0.
2-0 pitch on the way. Back up the middle. Scooped up. A bare hand for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Cubs are down quietly. They lead it 5-4. Welcome back to MLB Network. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the 9th inning is set to get underway. There's Joe Maddon up out of the dugout now on his way to home plate, so it looks as though he's going to call for the double switch here. Brandon Morrow comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the 8th spot, number 15, Brandon Morrow. Now playing left field and batting in the 9th spot, number 20, Mark Jr. Leading off for the Dodgers, center fielder number 3, Chris Taylor.
Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Heading out towards shallow right. Springer coasts under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, captain.
Ready for another shot now. Austin Barnes has got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch. Ball 1. And he watches a called strike as this one bears in on him. 1-1. Come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
The 3-1 pitch. Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way. Looked like he lost his release point and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
Number 13 will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 13.
A ball and no strikes. Barring any late turnaround, the win would belong to John Lester. Wow, a very high strike, but a strike nonetheless, and it's 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. Popped him up. Bryant in foul ground. And he brings it in on the warning track. So So the batting order turns over now and set to go Corey Seager. And their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about with the first baseman holding the runner on. It's always smart to pitch into the defense you have behind you.
And this will be a called strike 2, and trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight. The Dodgers down to their final strike. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Hey, Chicago, what do you say? 41,118 on their feet here at Wrigley. And the Cubs are one step closer. They're going to the National League Championship Series.
Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
Well, the man you see right there had a game to be proud of. He really came through when it mattered, and he's our top player of the game.
Well, he blasted a couple of balls over the wall in this one, really put the guys on his back and carried him to the victory.
For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our hard-working crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the National League Division Series.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago Cubs, 5 runs.